have a lot of science geared things, but I'm not a
Oh,
scientist by
cool.
any means.
Oh,
So
well, never mind.
yeah, well,
But
they
you
have
could
lots of,
teach
like,
English, though. If
exactly.
you went to, like,
or like
I mean,
AIDS awareness, that type of
Haiti.
thing. Yeah, Haiti,
Yeah.
Djibouti, like all these. There's a lot of francophone African countries.
Yeah,
that
that's
would be
true.
awesome
All
to
of
teach
North
at.
Africa, you
And
could.
so like there's like a lot of programs about AIDS awareness and that type of thing. That
Oh,
we
cool.
can do,
That would be
so,
great.
Yeah.
Very nice. And then let's see, full screenshot. So, and then what are your two, what are some other schools on your list that aren't necessarily your first choice?
Go for it.
Okay. Well, I like NYU
Okay.
a lot because it's
Once
huge.
again, a big school. Yeah,
Yeah.
why are you leaning towards big schools?
Well, it's like I want it to be different from high school, you know? Like
Yeah.
at our high school there's 1,000 kids, you know, and it's really small and you get to know
Mm.
everyone.
To be fair, that is a big high school to me.
True.
My school is 200 kids, so.
Okay, all right.
You
Well,
know,
that
but
makes
anyway,
sense.
so they go to the local high school, by the way, so
Yeah.
slightly different perspective than me just because.
The public high school.
Yeah,
Yeah,
public high school.
public high school, local high school. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, but yeah, so.
So
you're
like I
looking
wanted
for-
something a lot bigger, and I went
Mhm.
to a couple of schools that were like 5,000 kids, and I was like, this kind of feels. I mean, it's bigger, but not that
Yeah.
much bigger. And I think that like when you're at a school with that many people, you're going to find people that you just really click with and like
That's
become
true.
best friends. You know, like
Yeah.
just have that connection with. So it'd be kind of cool. You could either you'd meet a lot of people you hate too, but
Yeah.
you get that.
But,
you
no,
get-
but it's true because at a school like Bennington, which is 600 students, or
Mhm.
I think 600,
Wow.
it's kind of limiting because
Yeah.
you might get along with them, but at the same time, somewhere like McGill, you would find people. I mean,
Exactly.
if you could find them.
Another
in
big
the
thing
crowd.
like, is like I want to be like a human rights activist, and like
Mhm.
you're not gonna find a lot of
Cool.
like concentrated minority groups at like a small
Okay,
school
yeah.
that would like actually be able to make a difference or do anything
Yeah.
together. You know,
Yeah.
be like 10 gay kids at a smaller school. You know, as
Yeah,
opposed
and
to like
oh, that's also
50.
Leslie's other qualification. She is the leader of the Petaluma
Youth
GSA.
Pride Coalition.
Youth Pride Coalition. Yeah.
Yeah, GSA.
So, she's a huge gay rights activist. Really, no, I'm saying it's really cool though, and so I guess you're gonna try to find a school where you can incorporate that into what you're doing
Right.
there. Very nice. And then you want to end up being a human rights activist.
Yeah.
So,
At the
but
moment.
also, if going to a big school, like I personally am not going to go to a big school. I already know that, unless maybe I'm thinking about Berkeley or UCLA, but I'm really leaning towards a smaller school because I don't know what I want to do yet.
Yeah.
So for me, somewhere like Brown, where I have these advisors and I have people helping me choose classes, that's going to be a lot more effective in figuring out what I want to do. But I guess you could seek out classes
Mhm.
and just, find professors who can help you with that because you already know what you want to do.
Yeah.
And Jack, what about you? Do you already know what you want to do?
Well, one quick thing about the size of the
fuck,
school.
wait, hold on. Oh. That's really, but I'm so not supposed to do that. Anyway, go on.
Is that I think that like wherever you go, this may be wrong, but wherever you go, you're gonna find pretty much the same ratio of types of people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that if you go to a school with 600 kids, you're gonna find equally number of cool people and not cool people if you went to a huge school. And so, and for me, it's pretty easy to identify those people who I don't see as mature or
Yeah.
as cool. And so I just like I don't associate myself with them. So it's like
Yeah.
to me, it's kind of easy, whether it's a big school, just to
Yeah, because then there's just a bigger percent. Like,
yeah.
it's
There's
the
more
same
people to like,
percentage, but
too.
it's a bigger group of that
Exactly, but
category of
I do know
people
what you
you
mean about
identify.
how there's more people to work with you on
Yeah.
whatever you want to do. But I think that I don't know, it just felt right to me for like the bigger schools.
Okay, even though you aren't totally sure yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what types of things are you leaning towards? In
Like,
terms of later career options or
well, see, my
majors?
ideal, I was thinking about my three things I like to do, or three things that I like are math, baseball, and music. And I was thinking if there's
Okay.
a way to incorporate all three of those.
Yeah.
The closest I got would there's this thing called a sabermetrician, which is
A what?
Sabermetrician. It's
Sabermetrician.
Yeah.
Okay.
you use statistics to predict and quantify baseball players.
Very cool.
Yeah, and it's not just like
That's really interesting
It is
too.
really cool.
Statistics is like the best kind of math, in
I
my
think so, too.
opinion.
Yeah, you take it.
Really interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
I took AP Stats,
Yeah.
and it was like the funnest class.
It's
it
really
was
good
so
and
cool.
it's really useful.
Yeah, it's so. I mean, once you understand that, you can understand like any poll, any. I mean, it's
Exactly.
It's a huge thing to
Yeah.
understand.
And so, I'm reading this book too right now called Baseball Between the Numbers, and
Oh, cool. Perfect.
it basically proves, like, shows like everything you know about baseball
Mhm.
is pretty much wrong. I mean,
Wow.
not really, but it's kind of like
Yeah.
stats that you know of
Mhm.
that are really popular aren't actually as accurate as they may seem.
Okay.
So I
Yeah,
kinda wanna-
and that's the book. I don't know if you've seen it, but about how much chance influences things, and how like all of these polls, and in baseball
Mhm.
too, like all these statistics are so totally just influenced by chance.
I know.
It's really weird.
It's really
it's
interesting.
way more than people
Stats
like.
was definitely my favorite class
Yeah.
when I took it.
So, but then how would you incorporate music into that? Would you do music as a hobby or?
Yeah, it'd be a hobby.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd like play it or if I'd compose it, but
Yeah,
just
so-
to keep it in my life, I guess.
Also, another thing that Jack is very into is he composes things on GarageBand all the time. I don't know. I was in France for a year, which I'm sure some people know, but so I don't know if he still does this, but when I was still here, he was making like a song a day.
Yeah, I still do.
Really
Definitely
cool.
not
Really,
a
really
song a
talented
day
at it.
anymore.
Mhm.
Because for one thing, you spend more time like putting the notes together than actually
Mhm.
like coming up with creative.
Yeah, because it's a
Riff or
harder
whatever.
program to.
Yeah.
You can't go that quickly through.
Yeah, exactly. But it's
Yeah.
definitely fun to record onto or not record onto, and to use like loops, but not the loops that are made, because that's
Mhm.
kind of cheating, I guess.
Yeah. I
And
mean, you could think of it like that.
yeah, but I don't really make a song anymore, a day anymore.
Okay. Well,
I'm working on one song right now. It's like hip hop.
very
just 'cause, like,
nice.
they're
What does
cute.
it sound like? Sing a little bit.
Well, I definitely didn't. I haven't really come up with lyrics yet because
Mhm.
I'm gonna give it to Matt and Scott.
Oh,
for their-
cool.
I don't know. I might do that.
Yeah. Other kids in our town
Yeah,
who
other kids in
will
our town.
do some lyrics over the rhythm, the beat that you set down
Yeah,
for them.
and so I just like do the little piano thing and then put beats over it. I don't know. It's
Very
pretty
nice. Would you do that as a hobby in college, maybe?
Cool. Yeah,
Or?
sure.
And then that's another question. Are you guys looking? Wait, okay, wrong box. Hold on. So, are you guys looking for any like particular groups or opportunities in college? Like for me, I know I'm looking for a school that has maybe student government and journalism, just in terms of like separate groups, not classes, but like a school newspaper. Are you guys looking for anything like that? Any teams or?
Marching band.
Really?
I'm a total dork.
Wow, what do you play in it? I totally remember this. I
Saxophone.
totally played with you in
Really?
junior
Yeah.
high.
I didn't know that.
So you do want to continue that in college?
I do. I don't know, like,
Very
if I
cool.
want to do it competitively because,
Yeah.
like, college marching
That'd be
band is
stressful.
really intense.
They're way intense.
Yeah.
Wow.
But, like, there's a lot of jazz groups and, like, that type of thing that I would really like to
Very
pursue in
nice.
college, just on the topic of music.
And does McGill have stuff like that?
Yeah,
You've looked
definitely.
into it?
Yeah, and there's, like, a lot of music opportunities in Montreal as well. Like,
Oh,
just the
that's
city
true.
and
There's a
stuff,
huge
so.
music scene there. So,
Yeah.
that's
And they
very
also
nice.
have a really large gay population, and since I'm, like,
Go.
convenient.
Yeah.
a gay rights activist,
But like,
I've already
you're
got a lot
straight.
of stuff ready. I know, I am straight,
Yeah.
but it's,
you're just like really into helping. Like,
yeah.
what's the drive?
Well, it's basically like I look at it as the same thing as like the civil rights movement.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you know, if I was white,
It's
I'd
a
still
minority
be fighting
group.
for
Yeah.
like black people to, I mean, the right to vote or
Yeah.
marry or whatever. Anything. It's like
it just happens to be the minority population that at this point in time is
Yeah.
is
getting
closest to like
so
So,
Yeah.
so
repressed
absurd, I
and
think.
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, that's true. Although migrant worker population,
I definitely
there's a
get in on
lot
that,
of
too.
crazy police stuff. I mean,
It's true.
like I said, once again, we're from California, and some of the things that the police do here, they're illegal undocumented workers, a lot of them. But like the police, I don't know if you guys heard about this. I know this is not totally on topic, but okay, they're setting up DUI checkpoints right in where they know like the most densely migrant worker populated areas, and they've literally just been impounding thousands of cars because they can't get driver's licenses. If you're an like illegal immigrant, you can't get a driver's license, but if you have a family, you have to drive.
You have
It's
to drive.
scary. So that's another group that you can
Yeah, I've
do some
actually been
work with.
working, like, our group has been, like, working together with the group
Okay.
Impact. that
Yeah,
does a lot
I
of-
just did Food Not Bombs.
Oh, yeah?
Which is a program for viewers. It's a program where you make food in the morning and you bring it to there's like day labor. There's an area where a lot of